Yeah, well, August 1st is ticking, and I don't think that August 1st number is going to move. So that's, I think, sort of written in stone. Some of these deals are starting to be expedited. And think about this: Japan is they have political turmoil right now, but they made this a priority, even though the country is in a lot of problems because they had to get this right. I think the most magnificent thing, whether there's 15%, 19%, 20%, when this whole thing began, Wall Street has sort of said, okay, we'll end up at 10% where we are now. Trump's already made it clear 15% is the lowest. And if he was started here, the stock market will still be down. What we've seen play out is the true art of the deal.
And the market went through the roof yesterday.
Right. That was a great sign. Yesterday, America's stock market through the roof, record highs, and Japan's market up.
So, Charles, give me an idea from the Japan deal. What's changing for the American consumer now? I mean, it's going to be great to see if I work for Chevy, I'll be able to see my cars sold in Japan for the first time. But what
also,
about for us?
$550 billion invested in this country. That money goes into building, businesses, right, that create jobs. That's a lot of money, man. It's huge. Foreign direct investment is like sort of a quasi lifeblood for nations. It's absolutely huge. We also they're going to buy more of our agriculture, particularly rice.
And by the way, the additional money, we have over $100 billion worth of tariff revenue, help balance the budget. It's going to continue to come in. Now, let's talk about Indonesia. It came in late last week. Indonesia,
same thing, 19%. It's obviously not as big of an economy as Japan, but it's setting the tone. Also, what you're going to see, particularly in Asia, and this is why some of these smaller countries like Laos, for instance, people say, well, why do we have 40% there?
Vietnam.
Right. Vietnam. Why do we have such high? Because China has been circumventing our rules by sending trade through those nations. So to sort of triangulate, China box them in so that they can't get around this, right? Hey, you can use all the slave labor you want, you can use all of the subsidies that you want, but you're not going to be able to get around this. We want fair trade. We believe in free trade, but we want fair trade.
And by the way, I think the EU's got officials here. That could be coming up next. But meanwhile, the Philippines sent their president. You knew a deal was coming. And the Marcos family has a major victory.
Yeah, it's a major victory for them. Again, this is another nation that sort of needed something, to be quite frank with you. And I think this is what Americans don't understand. If you read the Wall Street Journal, the New York Times, and anything else, they always make it seem like every country has leverage over us. No, we have the leverage. We're the market everyone wants to come to. And why let them in free, especially if they won't let us trade with them? It's dumb. And ultimately, too, we want those investments. That $550 billion from Japan, we want that money here. We want to bring manufacturing back. And we have to rebuild our industrial base. It is lousy. It is not prepared for a future, particularly a future of conflict.
Right. And a lot of businesses keep saying, there's too much uncertainty. We're getting that certainty. And the market's responding, the NASDAQ especially, and then yesterday overall.
Because the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that